Hello and welcome back to the channel. We are here today in a special game that I've had on my Sims for a very long time. I just haven't really done much with it for a while, but this is the fairy tale save file that I have, and you may recognize if you've seen old videos of mine that over here we have the shoe that I built a long time ago. Before we had all the new roofing tools, which would have helped make the shoe look a lot better. And we also have the troll bridge, which has its whole own troll story. If you want to find that, it's somewhere in the builds playlists that I have. But we are in this save file today because I have a couple of homes that I haven't shown yet, and I don't remember if I recorded a speed build for any of them or not, but we're going to look at some of them today anyway. Maybe only one of them, and I'll have to do a house tour of the other two on a separate day, which is fair enough. But yeah, so I'm working on this slowly in the background, everything else, and as you can see on this map, everything looks pretty normal except for this interesting spire, which is called Stalk. So let us play and I will show you guys around the Stalk. I am currently drinking coffee, so apologies for any sipping sounds. Oh, look at that heat wave. Looking all so cool, even though I'm paused. So yes, as you can see here, if we go up, and walls fully up, this is the Beanstalk from, obviously, Jack and the Beanstalk, the story. I have up there a castle, which is from the children's toys that I've sized up quite a lot. There's also this plant, which I thought had, like, you know, the poles that you grow beans up of and crazy leaves, which I thought looked quite cool. So that is also there at the top of the Beanstalk. And if you come down here, we have a little cottage, very, very small, very, very humble, very run down. And this little outhouse building, again, small, humble, and run down. There are many, many layers to this Beanstalk and to the story behind the Beanstalk, or within the Beanstalk, however you want to discuss it. So if we go down and put walls up a bit here, inside here we have little Jack himself from Jack and the Beanstalk. His name is Jack Bean. There is a dirty dish above his head. That's not very good. Let's get rid of that for you. Boop. And as you can see, he lives in this teeny tiny house, and there's two beds because he lives here with his mum, who is running away. This is Yvette Bean, his mother, and I don't know where she's going. Where are you going? Dancing. You're not allowed in that room, if I remember correctly. Locked door for everyone but Ian. Okay, so this is where Yvette and little Jack live, in this little tiny shack. You can see there's a little comfortable chair out the front on the strange shaped deck. They have, as I said, the two beds, a very small, shoddily built set of chairs around a very small table, very old appliances, little shelf. There's a little tiny shelf with some dinosaurs above his bed where he puts his toys on. And then out here we have their failing farm. These are the plants that once were, but sadly are no longer. They are currently all dead, and they live in an arid desert, as you can see. They have a cow plant. They did used to have two cow plants, but Yvette sent little Jack Bean off into the world with the cow plant, dear old Bessie. And he met a man on this journey who was like, "Hey kid, here's a bean. Why don't you plant this and I'll have your cow plant?" And he told him it was magic. So he took the magic bean, showed his mum. His mum was really annoyed and threw it out the window. And then overnight there was a giant earthquake, and from the ground sprung the giant beanstalk, which you can see they've got all the broken ground around here. Then I'm thinking like the FBI came along and like sectioned this bit off is what it looks like. That's probably not the storyline, but that's what it looks like. It's happened anyway. That's like some sort of crash site for an alien. And then Yvette and little Jack share this little outhouse bathroom which has a very rubbish made toilet and very rubbish made bath. They have the woodworking station back there. I like to think Yvette made all the furniture herself for their house. And the man that sold Jack the Bean, I went a bit off topic there, but we'll get back to this. The man that sold Jack the Bean was this very tall, mysterious man called Enormous. Enormous, which sounds like enormous when you say it too quickly. And he gave him the bean because he knew that it would sprout into the giant beanstalk, which is his home. So he moved into the house overnight, the beanstalk, whilst these two were sleeping. And he now has the rights to their farm because his house has grown within it and is literally rooted to the ground it's upon. Sorry for that, sniffles. So yes, he now owns the land. He is letting them live off of their small section of the land, and they're trying to fight to win back their actual land. But he is saying that they have to make money off of their dead farm and to pay him sort of rent to live here, and if they don't get the rent soon, then he's gonna repossess the whole thing and take it from them. Because he's a very corrupt, evil man, and this is his house, this is where he lives. So you have, when you first walk into the beanstalk, you have his little kitchen here. If I put the walls up, you can see it's got some little pictures and little hanging plants, and he's got very, very fancy golden items everywhere because he is materialistic and a hoarder and a very nasty loan shark type man. He's currently using the toilet. We'll just press play and let that play out. And then if you go through this little gap here and up the steps, you go into the next floor, which is his living room, where again he has very fancy, comfortable living quarters, all very brown and green and natural themed, and that is hurting my ear holes. I'm sorry if it hurt your ear hole. So that's his living room space there, and out here he's got a nice little seating area in the sunshine. Then if we go up another level, we have this little outdoor space here where he's got a chess table and a painting easel. And then in this section he has the treasure room, or the treasury, whichever you want to call it, and there's loads of trophies and golden items and a lot of like random items that he's collected. It's kind of like a mini museum in his own house. He has got enough money apparently that he can afford miniature lasers around that necklace. And yet another bathroom, very fancy, very gold, suit of armour protecting you whilst you bathe. Obviously every household requires one. And then the next floor is his bedroom, where it's obviously very natural materials to make his bed, and lots of fancy pictures and a mirror and things. And that is the final floor, I believe. Yes, that's the final, actually. Whoa, ow, that hurt. This final actually accessible floor, this floor is a non-floor, it's just to make the beanstalk taller, and I believe there's another one above that, yeah. So these last two are just to make the beanstalk as tall as possible. And then the final floor is the castle that we previously spoke of. If you go behind it, it's quite funny because you've got like all the tiny things in there, but we ignore that and we look at it from this angle. And anyone with a good eye for things, vet, do not get eaten by the cow plant. I'm gonna have to fix that volume because it is hurting my ears. Ow. I don't know what it's like for you guys. Out here we have this little interesting stump which has it has 6 spaces in it. I just can't count. It has 6 little notches in it for the placement of real magic beans. So if Jack and his mother manage to find all 6 real magic beans and get this magical tree to grow, then they will possess the power to revitalize their own farm and bring it back from the brink of death to a luscious, luxurious growing land again, and hopefully earn enough money to buy back the land from Ian and evict him from his beanstalk. And then I guess if they really wanted to, they could move into the beanstalk themselves, because it's a pretty swanky beanstalk, to be honest, but you know. They might not want to do that. They might want to just get rid of it and make a nice terraced garden, I suppose, out of it. You can see also there are some trees back there, which is where I'm saying the orchard used to be, and it is now dead, as all the other plants in the area are, except for his luscious beanstalk, because it's sucking all of the life out of the surrounding land. No nutrients can get to any of these plants because of it. And yes, I'm showing you guys this because I made it a long time ago when we didn't have really fancy roofing tools, and we don't have terrain tools currently when I'm showing you this, but as we all know by now, I assume everyone Sims related probably knows, there will be terrain tools coming to The Sims 4 very soon, either this month or next month, and that will change things, I imagine, quite dramatically. So I thought I'd best show you guys this whilst it's not a possibility and it is still like makes sense to have done it the way that I've done it. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this little house tour. Please let me know what you think in the comments down below, and anything else that you'd like to see, and so on and so forth. I have at least 2 other homes that I'm aware of to do a house tour for the fairy tale scheme. There might be others, I just can't remember, but I know that there's definitely 2. They're both in Forgotten Hollow, so I might be able to fit them both in one episode. Sorry if you can hear talking outside. My new house doesn't have the best soundproofing at the front of it where I currently am located. So yes, anyway, as I was saying, thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Leaving likes and comments and all that great things. And I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. I've said that a billion times. Take care of yourselves, guys, and be kind to each other. Goodbye.